The Spanish announce table.
Survivor Series you can check out on our YouTube channel. I did an instant reaction. I'm going to be honest with you. This was Survivor Series, that is, was very pedestrian. I don't think anything was bad. I don't think anything made me want to stop watching necessarily, but I'm not going to go back and watch anything. Maybe the Undertaker stuff, just a wrap up of what Undertaker was. Cause that promo package was done really well. The promo package after Vince McMahon, but before Undertaker, they do those better than anyone probably ever. So I might watch that again. But other than that, Survivor Series was very forgettable for me.
I agree. And the Undertaker stuff, I'm going to swing here and get some heat, but I could have done without it. This is 10 years too late.
Mm-hmm.
At tops, I mean, it should have ended with the damn Triple H Shawn Michaels storyline. That whole, when they had their 4 or 5 year run of stuff, should have ended there. Should have ended then at Brock Lesnar. Should have, so many times. So should have ended with Roman. It shouldn't have been. He should have been beat by Brock Lesnar, and he should have maybe been beat by Roman Reigns or something, right? Like if we knew we were building Reigns as the guy, but we saw it in his little, documentary. He was chasing for the perfect moment and never found it, right? Because he set the bar too high for himself. And sorry, dude, that's what you're left with. And now you did this thing, and it's still kind of like, we've got some tweet the tables about it. We'll get into that one probably a little more, but I mean, the rest of the show. Just like you said, nothing bad. Nothing was like, oh my God, this was a stinker. Nothing was like, this was amazing.
Right. I think there was some good highlights that made me stay invested in the show. New Day versus Street Profits was a good, passing of the torch type match, I think. And that was very entertaining. You got to see the Street Profits get a clean victory over the New Day. That was okay. But yeah, there was no advancements of storylines unless you want to dive a little bit deeper into certain aspects. For example, you had Seth Rollins, and again, we're recording this on a Friday night, so we're not seeing SmackDown currently. So maybe this is being addressed, but Seth Rollins sacrificed himself for the match. I don't know why.
He says for the greater good, and then they're all like, what? And then he turns around and he yells at, I forget who it was. Was it Keith Lee? Or he was like, do your part. And they were like, fuck it. And just beat him up, took the
Sheamus. Sheamus gave him the bro kick. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, it makes sense because now he's going to go in and have a martyr, a self-martyr thing probably, if I'm guessing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you just take a count out? Why did you have to get kicked in the face? That made zero sense.
Because it's self-martyr, right? I like this clean sweep idea. And I like that it was Jey Uso at the end and just couldn't quite win. And then later they're like, you let us down. He's like, I was... you know what I mean? What was I going to do?
It was 5-on-1.
And they're like, if you can't fucking match up, you're out of the family, right? I love that. I love that little nugget. So, yeah, you're right. There was moments that led to things. It's just weird that this is supposed to be one of the big four, quote unquote. We've argued that it's lost its stature, and Money in the Bank probably replaces it. But, yeah, it just kind of felt like this was more of a transitional setup thing.
Yeah, it felt almost in the way. It felt like they had storylines that were working and were moving towards something. And we said, stop, like a train. It just had to stop at this one station and then get everyone off, get everyone back on, and then let's take off on the train again. That's what Survivor Series felt like to me. It just was almost a sore thumb in the storytelling of all of these wrestlers. No one benefited, I don't think, from having Survivor Series. Maybe Roman Reigns, maybe they'll do this, I'm the champion of champions, head of the table because I beat Drew McIntyre, ain't I the best kind of thing.
So
but
made Jey Uso come back, you know what I mean? Once again, no, I'm going to fucking make this right, that kind of stuff, yes. Again, just kind of spinning the wheels on this.
I agree.
Nothing else really stuck out to me on Survivor Series.
The Spanish announce table.